Adjusted the camera. I think you can see a little better now. So what I did is I chopped up a quart of strawberries into quarters and was careful to remove the green from it. And here's my beautiful rhubarb. It's very small. It's the first of the season, and I'm really happy to have it. There's going to be less rhubarb than strawberry in this pie, and that's okay. I'm going to dice it up into really small pieces so that you get a bite in you get a piece in every bite. Rhubarb is one of my favorites. When I've got enough, I'm going to stew some. That was something that we had every spring. We had a very traditional household in terms of seasonal eating. Of course, it was 50 years ago, so everybody was pretty much a seasonal eater. In the summertime, watermelon came out, and corn and cherries. In the wintertime, you had your root vegetables, and in the spring, the beautiful rhubarb came into season. That looks pretty. So to that, I am going to add a tablespoon of monk fruit and a tablespoon of the arrowroot. Now, the monk fruit is going to act very much like sugar. It's going to, once I stir it, it's going to draw the juices out of the strawberry, and the arrowroot is going to thicken it up. Otherwise, I would have a really wet bottom on my crust. And as for the topping for this, I decided that I wanted crumbs. So I took the remainder of my crust and I added a teaspoon of cinnamon and a quarter cup of monk fruit and a quarter cup of almond flour. And then I stirred it all up and I got these beautiful crumbs. So let me go get the crust out of the oven, out of the refrigerator. So this has had time to set up a little bit. And stir this just a little bit more. And the strawberries are getting wet, and that's what I want. I want this well blended. I want to know the monk fruit is doing its job. I want to know that the tapioca starch is adhering to the fruit. Oh, look how pretty. Isn't that nice? Put that right in here. Oh, I wish I had someone to share this with. Maybe I can meet my mother over the river. Leave a slice in a parking lot for her. I met a girlfriend that way recently. I brought her some vitamins and we met in a parking lot just over on my side of the river. She came over, popped the trunk of her car, and I put the vitamins in. We nodded to each other, and she drove off. We are really taking social distancing very seriously. Doing FaceTime with my grandson. This is life right now, and we just need to get through it. We want to get through it in good health. Oh, look, this is just beautiful. I think I overloaded the dishwasher in case you hear thumping in the background. There we go. That is a beautiful pie. The oven is not all the way warm yet. I've preheated it to 350, so I'll stick that in the oven as soon as it gets warm, and then we'll be back to see how this pie looks. The moment of truth. I couldn't wait for it to cool, so I just went ahead and cut right into it, and you can see the nice job that the tapioca did of making that more solid. It's nice and moist. Let's see how the crust came out. Mmm. Oh, I wish you could taste this. Go for the filling too. And some crumbs. Wow. Wow, wow. So I wound up cooking it for about 35 minutes. I went and checked on it and it was beautiful and brown around the edges. And it's crisp, it's moist, it's delish. And while it was baking, I went and found my pastry knife. That looks like this. See, it's got a little spot for your thumb, and you go like that, and it comes up through the edges, and it's just a real nice thing for mixing up a pastry crust. So that is my strawberry rhubarb pie, and gluten-free, of course. And if you wanted to do that vegan, instead of using butter, you would use half a cup of coconut oil, and it would be just as delicious. I just love my butter, though. So enjoy.